Okay, so we totally forgot to push record on the dance party.
So if you're watching the replay, you missed our amazing
We're all sweaty
moves.
and out of breath. And you guys, it was so fun. Like normally we have it as a webinar, and so we can only see ourselves and the chat. And because we have this set up as a Zoom account today so that we can have other people share, we got to see your faces.
Yeah.
It like makes it so much more amazing to see you dancing and like see you smiling. I just feel so connected to you guys.
The only wild part is they can unmute themselves.
No, we're gonna be.
Don't do that.
We're gonna be on that.
We're gonna be on it like a hawk. We are so excited to see you guys and to celebrate and to just highlight a couple of really great stories today. Give you a couple of tips moving forward to help you guys to take everything that you've learned and just use it to transform your next 30, 60, 90, whatever, just to keep moving forward, because it's nothing if you work really hard for a month. And it's something if you consistently keep going and applying those things that you're learning, yeah?
Yes, absolutely, you guys. I don't know about you, but is anybody else feeling a little tired? Put a 1 in the comments if you're just a little bit tired.
Just a few.
I just want you to know that's totally normal.
Yep.
And I hope that you rested yesterday, because today it's time to hit the ground running again. Okay? And we have an amazing plan that we're going to be sharing with you today a little bit later. But you guys, remember, on repeat in your brain, rest in momentum, not from momentum. Yes. I hope you've written that down somewhere so that you can see it always and you can remember how important it is to lean in.
Yep.
Rest in momentum.
Absolutely. So we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear something that you took away from this last month. We're celebrating, we're going over some wins. We want to know, was there something new that you tried that you had never tried? Was there something that you'd always been afraid of that you finally did and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't die? Like, was there anything like that?
Erin says, frog system was the greatest thing ever. Now, if you are joining us for the first time, we know we have a lot of people joining this call who have never done momentum movement before. We opened up this call to anyone just so that we could help you feel part of our community and feel what it's like, kind of test the waters, see what we're all about, and also announce something really great a little bit later. But the frog system was one of the systems that we've created about how to develop leaders. Just like a frog that you put into a pot of water, if you put it into boiling water, aka telling someone how to go diamond before they've even joined your team, just 900 orders, we can do it in 1 month, easy peasy, right? That would be throwing the frog into a boiling pot of water. They're just gonna jump right out and run away. However, in the frog system, what we taught you to do was put the frog in cold water and slowly warm it up. Except in our story, the frog never dies. The frog just ends up sitting back with an umbrella and a tropical drink in the bubbling jacuzzi, happy and diamond. So that was the frog system. We gave you all of that verbiage and how to turn people into silver and senior silver and gold and all of those things. So that was one. Alicia says everything is rigged in your favor. Ricky is doing Zooms for her team. Brooke, do you want to read some off?
Yeah, we've got a couple other ones. Oh my gosh, so many things people are saying.
Just one, plus one.
Yep, just one. Jayla loved mapping. Like, she started mapping and she loves it. The IG event, yes, on the main feed. Yay! Callie went live on her personal page. That's a big step for so many people. Leslie tried Zoom meetings. Oh my gosh, so many things, you guys. So many things that you tried for the first time. That's the magic. I mean, that really is it. Like, okay, so you did it once, so now you got to do it again and again and again and again, because really you just dipped your toes in. And you're never going to get really, really good at something unless you keep doing it over and over again. And you're also going to be able to, tweak it a little bit for you. Put your own feeling into it. Like, make it your own. That's what you want to be doing, yeah?
Absolutely. Working to break old habits. Tried the event on my public profile. Getting on the phone helped me a lot. Finally did lives and Zoom events. Hosted my first Zoom call. You guys, so many amazing, amazing things. I love it so much. Okay, so should we get started?
I think we should.
And hear from some of our amazing momentum makers who we get to have join us today on the screen and share why Momentum Movement helped change their business. You know, as you did this last month, you've either falling in one of two categories, right? Well, maybe three. You did Momentum Movement, you had amazing results, you're further along than you were before, you grew and changed as a person, or you signed up for Momentum Movement, you never really did any of the webinars, you didn't take any action, and you're wishing that you would have. Or maybe you're just joining us for the first time and you're thinking, I wish I would have done it. I'm curious about it. Maybe I should sign up. Maybe you fall, whatever category you fall into. We're so excited for you to hear from some of our own momentum makers today, because I hope that you can see yourself in one of them. I know even as I listen to their stories, as
I'll get her in a second. I got to pee.
As I listen to them, one of the things that I saw was myself in them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what rank you are, you're always gonna struggle. You're always gonna have those ups and downs, right? So, okay, first off,
Abby, maybe?
Yeah, Abby. Okay. We're gonna have Abby Marzi hop on here, and she is a brand new Senior Gold Ambassador. Abby,
everybody
can you unmute yourself?
Air clap, woohoo! Abby, congratulations.
Thank you. I didn't know if I start. Like a little more heart palpitations, but it's good for my Enneagram 1 because now I don't have to be perfect compared to anybody else. It's just like, we're going to do it and it'll be fine.
That's right. That's right.
So yes, I am Abby Marzi. I'm brand new Senior Gold. I actually hit Senior Gold on my 2-year anniversary of Gold. So, and I have been here with Plexus almost 3 years now. And I was thinking a lot about kind of how this helped. And the main thing is with mindset and mentality. So we are child-free by choice, and Plexus is my job. So literally, this is what I have to do all day, every day. So lack of skill or lack of, if I just had more time, we all have 24 hours in a day, right? It is mentality. It is choosing to do the work. And that's the thing. Excuses are lies that only we tell ourselves that we believe, or something to that effect. So this month I did hit Senior Gold. We had a 95-point growth. So I see you, Brooke Hemingway, that 100+ points in a month is possible. I'm coming for you this month. But more exciting than just seeing that number change in my back office, which is very exciting. I had 2 rank ups, and duplication has been my struggle. So I had girl go Senior Silver. Hopefully she's on here, Brianna. Because I had somebody join me in Momentum Movement, which was so exciting too. In the beginning, just do the work. And I hear Brooke and Emily just get someone to join you, get someone to join you. It's like, nobody wants to do that on my team. Well, my job is just to ask. It's not to determine for them if they want to do it or not. And as soon as I asked, it was instantaneous. She said yes. So had rank ups, earned Leaders Retreat. Brianna's earning Leaders Retreat too. And that just, to give that to her and her husband, she's a mama of 3, is just, I'm so excited for that. And I am trending towards that shopping spree, which has been my dream since day. Like,
oh my gosh,
we're doing things. So it really comes down to, like I said, just doing the action and that mental choice of doing the action. Just before Momentum Movement, I came across a video about the verse, well done, good and faithful servant. Not well prayed or well planned or any of these things. It is well done. So just doing the thing. It's uncomfortable and you don't want to be pushy, and somebody says no and you say, okay, no problem, but you have to fight for it. Okay, that's not what you want. Well, what about this? And it ends up being something that they love and they get excited about it. And then you get excited because you help someone find something that they love. And that's why we're doing this. It's not for the shopping spree, which I'm very excited about. It it is so that they can find the things that they love too. So thank you to the Momentum Movement for overwhelm is a choice, and I'm just not going to choose that thing. And when we go down in the rabbit hole, we're just going to go, well, that's interesting. I wonder why I'm here. And
we're gonna have so many people saying, well, that's interesting.
Okay. And it's just a problem to figure out. Like, it is not personal. It is not something wrong with me or my personality that this isn't happening. It's using the maps. It's figuring out how to identify leaders. It's putting a frog in a nice little jacuzzi instead of being an excited puppy barfing plexus. Like, we just have to make the choice to be committed and have endurance and enthusiasm the entire way, because for all of the greatness, and just wrapping it up, I feel like I ramble a lot, but endurance. Like, my last 2 orders came in the last 45 minutes of the month. And I can't tell you how many months I have gone to bed at 11 o'clock saying, well, we're done in an hour and nobody's getting back to me. Like, choose to fight, because it well done, right? It feels really good to say well done. So thank you so much for your gifts, your amazing gifts, to speak to the heart of people and to love them where they're at so that they can get where they need to be.
That is just amazing. I love that. Well done. It's not well prayed, well thought about, well intentioned. Well done. You were committed and you proved to yourself that you are capable. And I'm sure your confidence is really high right now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so awesome.
We have so many golds and senior golds on here.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that was just such, and you went and you got somebody, you were a gold ambassador, and you went and you got a team member to join you. And now they're senior silver. So
it's amazing.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you so much for sharing. I just love that so much. Okay, so next we are going to hear from Dawn Andrews. She is a brand new Sapphire ambassador with Plexus. Give her a round of applause. Dawn, where are you at, my friend?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm still exhausted, but I took yesterday off. So I know I'm in good company, but today got my kids through new homeschooling, and so started to hit the ground running about 2 hours ago. So I'll tell my story a little bit, kind of backtrack a little bit to give you guys sort of where I was and what we did and how we got to where we are. So I actually started Plexus 6.5 years ago. And when I first got started back in 2014, had just like hit it out of the gates, ranked up pretty fast. Within 2 years, got to the rank of Emerald. And in that, I was diagnosed with breast cancer and was able to kind of get through to Emerald despite treatment. So I felt like it took me a little longer than I wanted it to, even within the 2 years. But I had a good team and we're rolling, we're doing our thing. We went Emerald just a few months after I learned that that after we went Emerald, I actually was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. And that pretty much rocked my world. I could handle treatment for a year. I could handle a hard year and doing my business through that. But when I learned that it was metastatic and that it was never ending, I just kind of took my hands off my business. I was like, I don't think I can do this. I have 5 kids. I was 39 when I was diagnosed. It was just kind of overwhelming to think about doing all that. So kind of fast forward a little bit, I was sort of maintaining and managing the business at an Emerald level up until 2018, when my health just hit a brick wall. I was in the hospital for like 9 out of 12 months. Really, really sick, down to 115 pounds, like the list goes on, completely unable to work. I mean, it was just, I was trying to survive. I mean, I was really in 2018 in a place where I was trying to live. The last thing I was thinking about was working my business. It was at that time that some amazing leaders stepped up to the plate. One of them, a couple of them are on here right now, so I want you guys to wave so I can recognize these guys. Lisa Weincoop, who I can see right there. She is my senior time. When I couldn't work anymore, she was a Ruby ambassador. And I literally texted this girl from my hospital bed, like, I can't do this. I need you to take over the team. And that was like a text message. And she had no idea there was no training involved. There was no nothing. It was like, throw her to the wolves. I didn't know what was going to happen at that point with the business. Amy Umflett, who is also on this call, who's a part of Momentum Movement, stepped up to the plate. At the time, I think she was a silver ambassador. Now she's a senior gold. Sherry Sprouse, who's also a part of Momentum Movement, might be on this call. At the time, I don't even think she was a gold yet, as who's now almost a ruby. These guys just really rallied around and really sustained our Emerald business through, like, not, okay, you guys, this is gonna blow your mind, for 2 solid years. I did not work my Plexus business. I did not do one single thing for 2 solid years because I was sick for the first year. And the second year of 2019, I was just trying to get back to baseline. I was just trying to get to a place where I could like live my life in a way that was, you know, I still have my family, my kids. So first of all, I'm going to give glory to God, because the fact that I'm standing here right now on this call, and 2 years ago, like this week, I was in the hospital at one of my first times where I really didn't think I was going to make it. We didn't think I was going to come out of the hospital because I had a massive infection that was taking over my body. And I know some of you guys on here are my friends and have been with me through the years. I'm seeing Lisa nod her head, one of my prayer warriors. Emily and Brooke, huge piece of this. They've been with me through this. Yeah, Emily was one that stepped up with our team, and she mentored Lisa and Sherry and Amy, and she totally like became their upline and their business coach while I was gone for 2 years. And okay, so that kind of gives you guys the background of what our team had been through. For 2 solid years, I couldn't work my business, and they maintained, like the miracle of God, that they actually managed and maintained our team to stay Emerald. And so we didn't ever lose points. We'd kind of gain a little bit, slide backwards, gain a little bit, slide backwards. And I mean, really, Emily and Lisa and Sherry and all you guys were able to do that, and it's just mind blowing. So what happened was in 2020, in January, I kind of went back. I was like, okay, all right, I think I'm in a good place health-wise to be able to start doing my business again. I want to get back into it. But I was terrified. I'm not even kidding you guys. I was absolutely terrified. I was 2 years of not working. The back office had changed. The products had changed. I knew nothing about the new ingredients. The resources, like the whole model. Social media had changed. Yes. Like everything looked different. And I knew that I was different. I wasn't the same that I was 2 years, and my team knew about me. I didn't have at that time, and I didn't even have a voice for a while. Like I couldn't, because my lungs were damaged during all of my treatments and all of my sickness. Like I didn't even think I could do team calls anymore to be able to project my voice in a way to be able to say things. And so somewhere along the way that got better. Like in the last 6 months when I first started team calls, Lisa, remember, my voice would crack and I'd be like, hold on you guys, I gotta catch my breath. But I don't do that anymore. I don't know what happened. It's just grace to God. And so I was terrified. And so I hope you guys like are hearing this and you can see yourself in this. Like it's okay to not know what to do. It's okay to be terrified. It's okay to not feel like you're equipped. I did not feel equipped at all to step back into an Emerald team and know what to do with all the things. And it was for a couple of reasons. I had really burnt out leaders at that point. They were very burnt out. They had been carrying the team for 2 years. And I'm looking at Lisa right now, and she had nothing to gain. It wasn't her team. She had her own team, but yet she was serving the whole big team. And that was tiring. And so she wasn't seeing the gains in her business to get herself. She's working on getting to Emerald. And so she didn't have the time and the energy. And so I looked at this and I thought, oh my goodness, for 2 years, my people have been doing nothing but loving me and serving me and doing this for our family. It's the least I can do as to come back and give them the space to be able to build their own businesses. And that was really that was my reasoning for coming back and just trying. I just wanted to create enough space in their worlds to be able for them to do better. I didn't even care. I had no inkling at all. I had no inclination at all to rank up or I didn't even want to add new people, because I knew if I added a new level 1, then I was responsible. And if I did not want to be responsible for anybody at that point.
Anyone else ever felt that way before?
People are like,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, if they trust me, I'm going to let them down. I can't do that. So really what happened was in February, we were like barely 1,500 points. I'm like, I'm just doing this. I didn't add anybody until May. First momentum movement, you guys, not because I really wanted to, because Lisa and Amy and Sherry, who are my top leaders, were like, we're going to do it. We really think you should. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I don't have you.
Oh no.
Do it. And so I was just doing it just to like pacify them and just be like, yeah, I'll do it with you, whatever, whatever. But then this is what happened. And this is the beauty of what, oh no, I hope I'm not breaking up.
Good. We can hear you now. You're good. Oh, now you're frozen again.
You froze. Can you hear us?
Oh, am I breaking up?
There, that's better.
Okay,
You
that's
were
better.
just you said yes, you were right in the middle of saying that you only did it to pacify Lisa, Sherry, and Amy.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
now
didn't
you're
really do it in May.
yeah,
Yeah.
and now you're frozen again.
Maybe go off of
Hear me?
Wi-Fi and just use your data. Sometimes that works better.
Are you on a computer?
You guys can't hear me?
No, we can now. Talk fast.
Okay.
We can hear you now.
Okay. I hate that when that happens. Okay. Well, I'll finish up. I'm being long-winded anyway. So then I got into momentum movement, started to check out what you guys had going on. Turn off your video. Someone told me to.
Sometimes that helps, but you're clear now, so just keep talking.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep going. So I started to get my mindset started to change. I started to get inspired. I started to implement all of the things. Some of the biggest things we said, I was like, okay, I can do Zoom events and I can do these Facebook events. That was like two things we kind of hung on to and implemented on our team, and really just kind of worked on my own personal mindset, and then also just building team culture, recognizing everything, empowering the leaders, giving them the space to go, and then trying to duplicate some of the systems that Brooke and Emily were teaching us, because I knew, I'm like, I can't be responsible. That was really my mindset. I don't want to be responsible, but if I can teach them and show them how to do.
Yeah, so we just got back a minute ago. I noticed that my mom's.
She'll come back up. We're just like hanging on every
I know.
word, waiting for her to come back up.
They can do it. I just kind of built another kind of into May. We started to. Am I frozen up again?
Just,
Just keep
Go.
going.
Oh, that's-
Just plow
okay.
through. It's
We're-
okay.
Let's keep talking. Let's keep talking. Well, you guys get the gist if you haven't already. You guys get it. So I in June saw this, like, we had really big growth after being in the momentum movement. I'm like, that was wonderful. And then July, I was like stunned because I didn't know what to do with all the growth. Honestly, can you guys hear me okay?
Mhm.
First week of July, I like couldn't do anything. I had that thing that y'all talk about, like you rest. I was doing it all wrong. And then I saw, Brooke, you did some kind of video, and it was all about that exact topic. It was all about like, look, you had a great month. June was the best month ever. What are you going to do? You're just going to sit there? Are you going to make a plan? Are you going to keep going? And I watched that late one night.
and she's like, I'm on work. She's coming. Just take
This is the thing. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because I want to share this. One thing that I had realized along my journey that I didn't understand until going through this whole process was the rug had been ripped out under me for so many times for so long. And my life was so non-predictable, and there was just no like future. Like for so long, we couldn't even plan, that I stopped dreaming. I just stopped because it was too terrifying. I didn't know if I was going to make it to live, much less like write in my possibility planner 5 years from now what I want to be doing, or even 1 year. And so I realized that I wasn't dreaming. I was not expecting anything for my future. So how could I possibly be a leader that could create vision for my people to tell them to dream big? And so and then in August hit the ground running. And as terrifying as that was, making Sapphire a goal. It really was, because we had to gain about 400 points. That was more points than we had jumped in year.
She's gonna come back.
Our butts off and didn't even know it until after Ryan Fly had to call us with the numbers because the system was crashing. So I share that to say absolutely Momentum Movement had a huge, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I'm just talking to myself at this point. But you guys, Emily and Brooke, had a huge part, if not the massive part, of me changing my mindset, putting the systems in place, and then inspiring my people to do the same. And so I absolutely give credit to the two of you and the last 2 Momentum movements that I signed up for, and helping our team achieve something that I didn't think was going to be possible. So thank you.
Ah! Well, we've all cried off all our lashes.
Oh, we love you, Dawn.
I've cried off all the glue from my fake lashes.
We met Dawn for the first time at our first Emerald Extravaganza.
We were walking into convention, into the arena as brand new Emeralds. And
Yes.
Dawn, I remember I was like, so I've seen your video on YouTube.
Yes,
Are
yes.
you Dawn?
And then we hung out on the
She
beach
was so nice. Yeah.
in Kona that year.
Yeah.
And I remember the beach, and I remember sitting in the beach chairs next to you. And we
Yep.
we love you, and we love seeing your business thrive. And honestly, like, this is why we do what we do, is because we see so much potential in people, and it just about kills us when people don't live up to their potential. And you took it and you ran with it, and your team as well, and we love them, and we're so grateful that you were a part of this. So thank you for sharing your story, and everybody wants to hear that from the stage at conventions.
So start messaging all your coaches, you
start
guys.
messaging your coaches and
If
writing
you
to
have
Alec and Taro.
If you're senior Ruby here above, start messaging your coaches. If you're just any ambassador can email Alec and Tarl.
Yep.
Send them in. Tell them you want to hear Dawn's story. So incredible. She went from 1,600 points in February to 3,000 points.
No, actually 1,500. We were barely making 1,500 in
100.
February.
3,000 points. I have chills in August. So
Absolutely.
congratulations to you and your team, Lisa, Sherry, Amy. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Just so happy to
So
to
amazing.
see it firsthand. So congratulations.
amazing.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
So you know, that was like, after you heard that, you're like, well, I ain't got any excuses. Like, I don't. But here's the thing: is like, you can listen to that, and sometimes then what you do is you just like keep a bunch of shame on yourself, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I should never feel sorry for myself. I never have an excuse. But the fact is, life happens, and things that are hard for you are maybe not hard for somebody else, and things that are hard for somebody else are not hard for you. So you can't compare yourself. Everybody has different hard things that happen in their life, and even just the hard thing of being exhausted, or catching a cold, or having like the biggest month of your career, and then just being like, I need an IV, you know? And maybe that's how you ended the month. But I just want to bring to your memory, I don't know if it was webinar number 2 or webinar number 3, where we're like, listen, what you have to learn is you have to learn how to rest in momentum, not rest from momentum. You cannot stop every activity. And you had yesterday off probably, and maybe you've even taken today off. And we're here to tell you, it's time to get to work again tomorrow, because like Dawn had this experience, like, you know what, it's time for me. Like, I got to show up and lead this team, because they have carried the weight, right? There are people that need you to show up that only you can show up for, and nobody else can. We can't take their place. Nobody, your upline can't take their place. And you can absolutely take a day. You can take an afternoon, but you really can't afford to miss a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks if you have a big goal this month. And so allow yourself the rest. Don't heap the shame on top of that, but then make yourself a plan to get up tomorrow morning and to hit the ground running. Because if you can learn how to take those little breaks in the midst of momentum, your momentum never has to stop. You can always keep growing. You can always move forward. So anybody in that space where you've like, I've been resting the last 48 hours, you're ready to pick it up, okay? So it's just gonna start with everything we talked about. Time to make your map. Time to sit down and make that map that we've taught you about. Next, it's time to actually look at who you're working with, who's on your hot 20, who's on your list. How can you expand that? How can you meet some new people? How can you, maybe you're able to go out a little bit more now and you can connect with people more and add them to your list. All you're doing is collecting friends, collecting connections. And so we're getting back into those daily IPA activities of asking 3 people, using the system. Send, share, invite. No, you don't want to get started? I'd love to send you a sample if you can attend this event tomorrow night at 7 p.m., right? So we're not just throwing money out the door, but you guys, the thing that I want you to know, and I know Emily wants you to know, is like, it's okay, you had your rest day, okay? All you got to do to pick yourself up is to just start moving. A car in motion is not hard to speed up, right? It's not hard to speed up that car in motion, but if it's parked with the emergency brake on, it ain't going anywhere. So even if all you can do is like, I can start posting once a day and I can like make my list, like you're just starting and it's going to get easier and easier and easier and you're going to pick up speed. But if you stay parked there, you're going to stay parked. Like each day you stay parked, you might as well tag another day on because it's going to be that much harder to get started again. So do we have your commitment? You're going to move?
Put the car in drive.
Yes. No parking.
No parking zone.
No parking zone. September is going to be an incredible month. We want it to be that way for you because what we don't want to see happen is you learn to all of these things. And, May was different than August, right? There's different nuances, different messages, different things that you learn. We don't want you to just have like, all right, 1 month I was really in, because we know if you practice and you keep applying everything.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Do you guys know the song? Do you get it? Do you get the joke? Who knows the song? Put it in the comments. My life is a song. Here it goes. Okay. Glee was my favorite TV show ever because my entire life is like this running song. Okay, keep going.
You got the gist. No parking. If you take what you learn, you have your PDFs. Like, you don't need to watch all the videos 10 million more times. I always laugh when people are like, oh my gosh, I need the video again. I'm like, no, you don't need the video. You already watched it once or you watched it twice. You took notes. You have the PDF. It's in here. Follow your intuition. You can do it. The thing that makes you good is repetition. Repetition is the mother of greatness. Like, that's what you need. And so just repeat, 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 and then you'll be a pro in no time. So we gonna hear a couple more stories?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So next we're gonna hear from Datha. And Datha just went, Diamond! Oh my gosh. And I messaged her today and I was like, okay, give me the down low on your name. I'm so nervous. I'm gonna like totally get it wrong. And I did have it wrong. So I'm glad I asked her. She's like, I'm a Southern girl and it's Datha. And I'm like, okay, I got that. So take it away. Tell us your story, which is so inspiring. And I think it's gonna blow people's minds.
Okay. Well, my husband decided to mow the lawn. And here in Alabama, we say cut the grass right outside of my office. So can you hear me?
We can hear you. And my husband literally does that every single time. Just ask Emily. I get on a Zoom and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't find one room in my house that's quiet. So hope you can hear me, but we can hear you.
Okay, great. Well, my name is Datha Whitfield and I am a Diamond Ambassador with Glee. That's the first time I've said it out loud. And I have, the past few days have been super emotional for me. So I'm going to try to get through this. I set a timer because I'm really love to be a stickler for time. So my backstory is, well, first I went from 1,631 points in December 31st to 4,769 points
Whoa.
the end of August 30th. I had been an ambassador for 6 years and 3 months exactly. That's when I joined. And I know Dawn. I love Dawn. I just saw her face. So my story was I joined completely out of desperation because my husband had lost his job. I was a nurse, was searching for additional income, and a friend posted about Plexus on Facebook. And I reached out and I said, what is it? She said, it's weight loss. I said, okay, I can lose weight. And I'm that kind of jump in person. I think Emily said this one time. I just jumped in, didn't know what I was doing, had not tasted the pink drink, didn't ask what it was, just give it to me. So just from pure excitement and energy, I went Emerald in 13 months. And I went to my first Plexus event as an Emerald. I didn't know anybody. It was very weird. I did not even want to go to the reception because I didn't know anybody. I'm like, I'm just sitting here kind of by myself. Hi, here I am. And so there I sat for almost 5 years before I had another rank. It was just up and down, new back office. I can't even describe it. I mean, it would be too much. I need to write a book, but there I sat. And last year I got into management mode really bad because we had kind of a life event happen. A tree fell on our family home of 20 years where we had raised our 3 children and where we were going to retire. We had put about 30,000 into this house since I had hit Emerald. And one night a tree fell on the house and it barely missed me. I literally got up from the couch to walk to the back door to look out because there was a storm coming. And I took one step into my kitchen and a massive tree fell onto my house in front of me. I thought it was a tornado because here in Alabama, we have lots of tornadoes because the house shook and it was the scariest moment of my life. But God spared my life that day. And we moved out of our home that night and moved in with my parents until we could find a rental house. So we found a rental house. We had actually a little lease on a cabin. This sounds like a story, a cabin by the river. So my husband likes to fish. So we had this little cabin and the owners let us move in full time. So I moved 30 minutes from our little town into a place that had no Wi-Fi. And that's where I was. So it was very disheartening trying to work my business. This is last year with no Wi-Fi. And I was just stressed and overwhelmed and just in a bad place emotionally because of all the stress with the house, trying to figure things out. It took 8 months to get into a house, to settle with insurance and get into a house. We just bought one, and that was November of last year. So November came, and I was in such a bad place, and my sponsor, Lisa, called me and said, I want you to go to Align with me in January, and I'll pay for it if you go. And I said, no. I'm just not in a place where I can think about this. We just moved into a house. I'm not there. I'm just managing a team and we're barely maintaining Emerald points. So she called my best friend, who is my power partner, Tammy Patron. She was on the stage last year as a new Emerald. And Tammy's been my best friend my entire life. And she called and said, you're not in a place to make a decision. You need to go. You have to go. So I just let them make the decision for me. And we went to Align. And Align did a few things for me. It put me in a room with a lot of incredible people who were working toward a goal of the same thing, like-minded people. People got on stage that literally poured in motivation and encouragement and just absolutely challenged us to rise to the occasion. It's exactly what I needed. And it set the course for the year because it gave me some things I had lost. There were so many people there that wanted to rank up and believed it. And I just started borrowing their belief. And I borrowed their belief until I got some of my own. And I went home and I locked arm with my sponsor, Lisa, and with my power partner, Tammy, and we started doing all the things. We started doing all the things. You know what the things are, just working really hard. And then corporate came out with the $9.95 special, and they came out with this stimulus bonuses, and we started working that. And in June, I hit Sapphire. We grew by 500 people. We had 500 people join the team. We grew, and so it happened. So July was exhausted, and Lisa said, "You've got to do momentum movement. You got to do it." So I started doing it, and this is what happened. Momentum movement was the push I needed and the belief I needed. What Brooke and Emily, what y'all did was you shared a window, not even a window to look into to see what going diamond looked like. I didn't even know what it looked like. And you shared the systems, and you showed me how to build a door and walk through. I'd never heard that verbiage before. You lit a fire in my soul. And when I was listening to the webinars when I was walking, and I'll never forget, 10 days before the end of the month, or just a few days, it's like 8 days before the end of the month, you talked about moving mountains and what the work would look like. You told me the work would look like 10 to 12 hours, locked in your office, and then you can get up and walk around, but then you go back. And so you also had a sheet that said how to make anything happen in 10 days.
Yes!
Called Lisa and Tammy, my sponsor and BFF, power partner, and said, "I think I want to go diamond, and I think I can do it in 5 days." and I made a plan.
She mapped it out.
I've not taken it down. I'll probably never take it down. And I locked myself in my house from daylight to dark until it happened. And I told my team, diamond in 5 days. Diamond in 5 days. And it happened in 4 days. So thank you for showing me what it looks like. And I have to say too, that I always said if I stood on the stage, and I might not be standing on a stage, I don't know, but I always said if I got the chance, I would say, thank you to my Heavenly Father. Ephesians 3:20 is what I have clung to. God can do anything you know, far more than you can ever imagine, guess, or request in your wildest dreams. And He's done it all. I've put in a lot of hard work, and He's blessed it. And so thank you. Thank you, Brooke and Emily, for what you do. It is extremely valuable. I have about 10 to 12 of my team members doing this. They all had really good results. The one that actually grabbed hold of doing it. And I hope to have as many more as I can next time. So thank you. Thank you.
Amen, amen, amen. God can do anything. He can do anything, but you have to show up and do the work too. It's a partnership, and you did it, and we're so proud of you. Oh my gosh, we have one more story.
Yep, let's see. So Kelly, are you still on? Kelly
Are you there?
Lintz, where are you? Are
Kelly,
you still
Kelly,
here?
Kelly,
Oh,
there
she's
she
here. I was
is.
starting to get nervous.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Kelly, brand new.
Okay, I'm sorry. I started driving because I thought you forgot about me. So, I hope I don't die. So, my story, I'll pull over in a second. Don't worry. My story starts in July of 2019 when I went Emerald, and I did it with a huge push that was super, like, not organic in any way. I pulled every trick in the book. Some might have been illegal. I don't know. And so I ranked to Emerald, and I knew I would lose it right away, and I did. And because I'm a monster recruiter, guys, that's my specialty, and I was not a good developer at all, I did not get that rank back until January of 2020. And all I wanted to do in 2020, you guys, was hold my rank, hold Emerald. And so then comes Momentum Movement in May, and I learned a little trick called have some Zoom calls with potentials. And I'd never done that before. And we did about 20 of them in May. We did another, I don't know how many in June. And I mean, it was a miracle, okay? We had 2 of the hugest months of my life, and we went from struggling at 1,500 points for months and months and months to 2,300 points.
Wow.
So that was in June. And I was like, wow, if I did that in June, I bet I could go Sapphire in July. And here's where my son comes into the story. My son, he's actually sitting in the back seat right now. He's a huge part of the story. And I just want to tell you guys that your kids are watching you. Your kids are watching you. And my son has always been super interested in my business. He's the kind of kid that will come down in the morning and be like, okay, where are your points at? Why aren't they higher? Like, what are you doing all day? And so I told him in July, Maxon, I'm going to go Sapphire. And he was like, great, go for it, Mom. But it was well-intentioned, but not well done. And so July was just not a great month. And halfway through, I gave up. I gave up and I was like, I'm comfortable where I am. It's fine. But I was disappointed in myself, and I could tell he was a little disappointed in me. So at the end of July, I go on my prayer walk on my greenway that I do every Sunday. And I was like, Lord, is August the month that you want me to pull out all the stops and do what I got to do, sacrifice a baby seal to go Sapphire? And right then, you guys, a little tiny kid runs by me with his dad, and the back of his shirt says, pick a goal and stick to it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do it. Like, I have no choice. It was assigned. So in August, my team and I got down to business, and we pushed and we pushed and we pushed. We all did momentum movement. I did a contest called the Find 3 Mega Money Challenge, and I'm going to give away $800 to my team this tonight, actually, on my team call. And I also put it on Facebook. Like, I did a countdown on Facebook, and when you do that, you don't want to fail. So I did this countdown, but on the 24th, I calculated my points, and they were going to be at 2,400. And I admit, I gave up. For 3 days in my head. I conceded defeat. I was even writing a post that went something like, even in failure, you can find success, and like just bull crap like that. And then I wasn't even going to get on the final momentum movement call, you guys, because I was like, no, this is just going to be too depressing. I don't want to hear Brooke and Emily's enthusiasm right now. I just cannot. And so I get on, and sure enough, Brooke says something along the lines of, if you don't die trying, you're a loser. And she didn't really say that. But that's what I heard, Brooke. That's what I heard. So
that's how she received it. So maybe you need to be more aware of your words, Hemingway.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just teasing.
Yes. So I did not leave my chair Friday night. Also, I told before this, I got to go back a second, because at the beginning of August, I told Maxon, this is the month I'm doing it. And he said, I don't believe you. And I was like, what? What do you mean you don't believe me? And he's like, you said you were going to do it in July. You didn't. So why should I believe you now? And I was like, would you like to put your money where your mouth is? And he said, yes, I would. I will bet you $100 that you don't go Sapphire. And just to give you an idea, he's a professional child actor, so he's got like money to spare. Okay. I'm not like stealing money from my child. But anyway, so I'm ready to pay him the $100. And then I hear Brooke, and she tells me I'm a loser. And so I get busy. I didn't leave my chair Friday night. I did not leave my chair Saturday. My whole team, we do the 72-hour challenge, and I love your little schedule with like 7 to 9 family time. No family time at all. Sunday, I move my other son to college. I'm like putting sheets on his bed, sending a message, hanging the shower curtain, putting it in order. And I put it out there on Facebook that I had bet Maxon $15. And you guys, hundreds of people messaged me like, we can't let a 15-year-old win. We just can't. So we had 110 orders to find on Friday. And I went Sapphire at 10:30 p.m. on Monday night. And then my whole team stayed on Zoom. and we helped me develop my first Ruby, and she went Ruby at 11:58 p.m. So it's all, I really attribute it to you and Emily. Like, you guys were sitting on my shoulder all weekend long going, come on. And I did it, and it feels amazing. And I made Maxon take a picture with me of him handing me the $100 bill, and he charged me $100 to take the photo. So we broke even. So say hi, Maxon.
Are you so proud of your mom for doing what she said she would do? He can't hear
And
me.
again, he didn't hear it.
I said, are you so proud of your mom doing what she said she would do?
Well, yeah, I am. I am.
You're sad about the
Because it was about the 100, but on the inside, I was like, "You come on, Mom, you got to do this."
Yep.
On the inside, I really wanted her to get Sapphire, and I was happy when she did.
Yeah.
And then he gave me 10 months to get to Diamond for 500.
Yes!
How about 3 months?
Yeah, I vote for
I know.
3 months.
I'm like, 10 months?
3 months.
Come on, Kelly, let's go. 3 months
It
to
was
Diamond, 90 days. You can do it.
This might be my favorite call ever.
It is.
Oh, this is the best. You guys, this has been so
Ah.
much fun. You know what I hear over and over as a theme is like, you guys are taking the systems, you're using them, but also you have somebody holding your feet to the fire. And you're showing up because like you invested in this and you're like, well, I guess I got to listen to this positivity that I don't want to hear.
Don't want to see Brooke and Emily be perky on a Zoom.
Right? But how many of you guys would come to a Friday webinar, maybe not in the mood, and literally have some sense shook into you? Anybody? I mean, anybody a church going person? You go to church every Sunday to get some sense shook into you.
Yes.
So we have a webinar every Friday, whether you want to come or not, because we know you need to be there. And we got something to teach you, and we got something to say. And so
you guys, we can just end now, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to hear an announcement. Like, we can just be good.
No.
We're done. You didn't come to hear an announcement, right?
Nope, nothing.
Dave is like, no, we need to hear.
No, there's nothing you want
No,
to know
we can
about.
end. We could just end. We'll just end the call now.
You guys.
Give it to us now.
Oh my gosh.
Give it to me, baby.
Oh my gosh. You guys, we have been talking about things. We've been thinking about things. We've been planning things. We've been just kind of running through how do we do something that really helps people end 2020 with a bang. Like with a bang. Okay. And this is going to be the last one for a while.
A long
So
while.
all you people that are like, next time. How about Momentum Movement
Holiday Edition!
We're
And guess what? Because of Thanksgiving, all of our webinars will be Mondays
Yep.
at 2 p.m.
Mhm.
instead of Friday. So I know we're throwing off your paradigm. I totally understand.
Sorry.
But there are so many pros to doing it in this way. There are 5 Mondays in the month of November. We will be doing it the first 4.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
Cyber Monday will be the 5th. We will be setting you up for a peaceful, well, mostly peaceful.
Mostly peaceful. We're going to hold your feet to the fire.
Amazing
Come on.
November. We're going to teach you how to work during the holidays. We're going to help you to have all of your plans in place to rank up in November, to do your Black Friday groups and sales, your Cyber Monday groups, new challenges,
Take
new
my money. Take my
new
money.
Instagram events. Who did the Instagram event and loved it?
Yes.
So all new stuff, all new content coming to you Mondays in November. And do you want to show them?
They said that, do you guys want to see where to sign up? Because we have this brand new, amazing place where you can sign up and feel like you're with us always. Get ready, because we have a brand new website.
Yay!
TheMomentumMakers.com. You can visit us here anytime. We also have our videos here, a little bit about our story, what Momentum Movement is. We have all of our testimonials. You can click here to hear about us. If you're wondering what we were doing with our photographers over the weekend, this is what we were doing with them. So you can watch our story. We have our video story here. Then we have a little bit about ourselves here.
And you can join an email list and you can get tips.
We're
tools,
getting to that
tricks.
part. We're getting to that part.
I'm
We're
so
not
sorry.
there yet.
Oh my goodness.
Hold
Okay.
on. I'm just navigating them
Okay.
around.
All
Just
right.
a minute.
She's
If you
showing
want
me
to
the
click on
stuff.
the tabs up here, you can see a few of our Momentum Maker success stories here. We are so excited to add more. These are just the few that we've gathered so far.
Look at that cute girl.
You can see maybe yourself on here, you guys.
Yep.
So fun. So we have, look, there she is.
Yep. There's
So you can see
Lisa.
them here. And then pictures, we've been gathering pictures of you all in the swag, which we're going to talk about in a minute.
Mhm, mhm.
So if you want to see swag there, we're going to be adding there. And if you would like to shop for the Momentum Movement, you can go down here and select a ticket
Mhm.
right here. Tickets to November's Momentum Movement Holiday Edition. We're doing it again. Here is everything that's included, $149 for your virtual experience through our exclusive Facebook group. 4 2-hour webinars, November 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 23rd. Custom created workable PDFs to go along with each webinar, weekly implementation training, post challenges and videos, group coaching on the Facebook page, online community filled with positive content, people, and posts, and of course, the accountability follow-up
With a fire.
from yours truly, holding your feet to the fire at all times. Once you sign up, you'll get an email receipt, and then come October 26th, you will get an email invitation to join our Facebook page. So this is where you will add to your cart,
Mhm.
and then
And that's
there's
it.
a little bit of a bonus
Oh yes.
that comes if you do it by Sunday. Do you want to hear what the bonus is if you do it by Sunday?
So if you are registered by Sunday, you and your team members, we have a post with a graphic. So if you have a team page and you want to put the graphic up and an explanation of what it is, and you want to put our video link, we have a video link that explains what the holiday edition is all about, what's included in the holiday edition. If you want to put that in your team page, you can do that. And anybody that gets registered by Sunday, we are doing a monthly strategy session. So you'll have a strategy session on Monday, and then a strategy session the first Monday of October. That's basically only for people that register by Sunday. And we basically thought that probably will be a lot of people that are in Momentum Movement right now. So we just wanted to reward you with a Zoom that's a strategy session that's like, hey, this is how I'm working September. This is what I'm doing in September. This is how I'm planning to grow my points by 1,000 points. This is how I'm planning to help this person rank up, this person rank up, this person rank up based on the sales that we have and all that kind of stuff. So if you want that and you want a PDF to go along with that, it's not going to be anything like giant and big like our other PDFs, but you just want something to work with in September, and then you want something in the very beginning of October. If you register by Sunday, and anybody that does that, you automatically will be admitted into that session this Monday and next Monday. So, and
Okay,
this
guys.
is our last Momentum Movement for about at least 5
We're not
months
going to
or
be
more.
doing anything again until May. So don't miss out on this, okay? Because this is the last you're going to receive coaching from us until May of next year.
Yep.
We are going to set you up in November to have momentum through May.
Mm-hmm.
Do not think, oh, I've done May and I've done August. I'm good. Make sure you do November with us so that you can literally steamroll through December, January,
Into the
February,
contest.
and March.
Yep.
We will set you up to hit the contest in January with full steam going, okay?
Yep.
Now, like Brooke was saying, when you go to the very bottom of this page here, the homepage of our website, themomentummakers.com, you can receive monthly momentum information emails from us. So right here, drop your email below and we'll keep you in the loop, send you freebies, and give you monthly tips on creating momentum personally and in your biz. And we really cannot wait to stay in touch with you guys. So make sure to drop your email here and sign up after you get registered. And
the
then
last thing,
there's a little bit we want to talk to you about the shop. Okay, Swag Shop is coming soon. However, we were thinking about,
we're learning.
yeah.
We're learning. So a little thing called COVID happened.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're learning about how to manage swag. And we just wanted you guys to know that don't worry if you ordered swag. We are still waiting to receive it.
It's literally keeping me up at night. I just want you to
We
know.
get one little box at a time, and then we get one other little box. And so what we have done is we've partnered with a new company. And the company we've partnered with will have items in stock when they are ordered. So you will not have to wait weeks or a month or 5 weeks to get your swag. So anything that is coming forth on our swag shop, those items will be in the warehouse already made, and they'll be able to be shipped out
And you guys, it's so cute. We have totally revamped and come up with brand new ideas. But we didn't want to launch our swag, our new
Until everybody
swag
gets
shop,
their stuff.
until everyone had their stuff from August.
Yes.
And so the company that we had partnered with to do our swag this first time, we've used them before and they have been phenomenal. And they've been so good about getting us things on time. And we just don't know what happened. Like, they were not reliable this time.
Yeah.
And so we just first and foremost want to apologize to you, because we feel so horrible
We're
that
like, oh my gosh,
like,
when's it coming?
we
When's it
literally are
coming?
like, what has happened? So anyway, we're so sorry. I just want you to know that my living room has turned into a holding station.
Just waiting.
And I am literally stalking my mailbox every day, trying to get stuff out to you as quickly as possible. And so we just want you to know it is first and foremost our priority to get that out to you. And once we have all of that done, you will see all of our brand new swag that we have already designed and have ready to go. Your mind is going to be blown by the cute things we have for it. And I cannot wait for us to be able to open up that swag shop for you. So
we are so excited. We can't wait to see you guys in November.
Yay.
We hope you'll be back. We hope you'll bring your team members. I know that those of you that talked tonight, you had team members in there. There's magic in the team doing things together. You all learn together, you apply together, you grow together. And how much energy is it, those of you that are leaders, to have to take stuff and try to regurgitate it and try to
They're already
teach
registered.
it. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Right? It's
We
a
love
lot.
you.
And you know, like Kelly said, I mean, sometimes you just might need Brooke to say, you're a loser, get to work, right? But we can't wait to
She
see
did not
you.
say it that
I
way.
did not
just so
say
you
that.
know. And I know everybody knows that we were kidding. But
We're gonna have a lot of fun in November. Like that is on the table, is we are gonna have fun, and we're gonna help you fall in love with working your business through the holidays, because so many of you guys have so much guilt and you're like just not sure how to do it. And we're like, dude, you can love your family, love the holidays, and have a crazy amazing business at Brain Cup. And so that's what we're going to teach you, and we can't wait to see you then.
so what's your next step? Number 1, get off this call, register for November. Then get as many people on your team to register with you. Make sure you do a post on your team page. Do a post in the main feed of your social media. Tag us. We are so excited to work with you, okay? And then gather any of the last PDFs, workbooks that you have not downloaded from the current group yet. If you are part of August Momentum Movement, make sure you download everything.
Yep.
We're going to be closing that group and taking everyone out of that group this Saturday. So make sure that you gather everything you need, so that there are no surprises when we start removing people from the group. The point of this group is for us to get your booties in gear in August. August is over, so take the tools that we gave you and practice them now. Refine the skills through November. Get registered for November Holiday Edition right now. Get your teams to do it with you. Let's get going. We're so excited, and we will see you on the strategy call Monday, as long as you're registered for November. We love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.